Hey, this is Matt back here in Montana. I told you I'd give you a 30-day review on the Kandi Cowboy during hunting season. So here we are. If you like an honest review, give me a like, because I'm going to tell you just how this Kandi works and how it went down. So what we did find with the Kandi is it is ultimately quiet. There is some rattles in the bed and in the tailgate. We tried to fix some of them with little body bumpers and quiet it down. But the thing really made hunting season a lot easier. Places that I would normally take an hour and a half to walk to, I could be there in 15 minutes with this vehicle. I could park it, hike away 300-400 yards, spot some elk 3 ridges over, too far to hike to, run back to this Kandi, get in it, and be all around on those elk in about 25 minutes, 20 minutes. So it did help us. Watch the whole video. We're going to try to keep it short, and you'll see how it worked out at the end. We had some other elk mishaps and some misses, but it really worked great. So here's what went down. When I first got the thing, I had an issue with the roof cracking. It wasn't bolted down properly. I called Kandi. The technician I got had me and him kind of locked horns in the beginning, and he tried to blame it on Lowe's because that's where I had it shipped to, that it was their responsibility. But in the end, they honored it and sent me a brand new roof for this Kandi in the beginning. Here are some of the things that I hope Kandi would fix, and some of the things you need to know about this vehicle. One is it has an awful nice ride. It's heavy because of all the batteries, but it has a really beautiful ride. But when you're going over stuff kind of lumpy or bumpy, and even real slow, there are no axle stops on it, so the tires sometimes come up and rub, and it makes a lot of noise. We haven't had an issue with it, but we wish they would have an axle stop in there that would stop these tires maybe just a half an inch from rubbing. Another thing is a parking brake light. This parking brake is really a funky device in here. You step on it and it locks, and then you step on it again really quickly and it's supposed to pop all the way up. Sometimes it doesn't. The indicator light is on your control screen. It's about the size of my pinky nail. And if it's sunny out or daylight, you cannot see that indicator light. And this thing has got so much torque that you won't even know that your emergency brake is on. So we wish they made that indicator light the size of a quarter, or even an LED on the dash would make it a lot better. Some sleeves on the tailgate and some things to make the back end a little quieter and not rattle. I actually cut indoor outdoor carpeting and put in it, and then glued in indoor outdoor carpeting in the back, mainly so the dogs could ride in the back because it's very slippery back there. It's just powder coated metal. Now here's some of the things you need to know. Max speed, the top speed I got out of it was 39 miles an hour on a flat road. Kandi says 40, and that's close enough. Distance, that's the thing. We're in hill country of Montana. We're going to take a quick pan and show you some of the country here. It's no different than West Virginia, New York, the Adirondacks, different, mountainous, rolly terrain. Kandi claims 60 miles from 100% to us coasting into the barn at 5%. I mean, just barely making it back home after checking trail cameras and stuff. We got 23 miles is the best we got on this Kandi, which is pretty good for hunting if you have the ability to plug it in every night. Or even if you hunt in the morning and you can plug it in during the daytime and then go back out in the evening. But if you're going to use it for a remote camp, you better know that 23 miles is the top you're going to get out of it. We do wish it had a better brush guard system on the front. We're probably going to try to invent something. The other thing is fender flares. The tires do stick out about 3 inches past the sides. We tried to put some flare material on the back, because if you're in cattle country like we are, or in mud, and you go through cow crap or mud, trust me, it's going to fling it all over the Kandi and you're going to be wearing some of it. But other than that, for hunting, It was an ultimate machine. We just wish there was some little upgrades done to this thing. If there was, I'd consider selling this one and buying a more upgraded model. But for hunting, this thing got me to places where we could be right on top of game quickly and save my knees. I got a bad knee, and we're going to go to a bunch of little videos. Watch it to the end, and you'll see how it ends. Thank you. Hey, this is Matt here in Montana doing my Kandi review. I just got the Kandi yesterday on the 6th of September. This is opening night of elk season archery, and I'm telling you, this thing's incredible. So far, I took a bunch of the little rattling sounds out of it, and it put me right on elk. I've got opening night, I've killed a nice bull. And I wouldn't even have went out hunting today because it was 85 degrees at 6 o'clock tonight. But because I didn't have to walk as far and this thing took me in quiet, it was a successful hunt. I want to, so far, thank Kandi. Hopefully this thing holds up. Thank Matthews Archery and thank Kandi Cowboy, because with that, I've been very successful hunting.